ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ Namaste, all of you. A very, very happy Navaratri 2023 to all of you. This is Swami Paramarthananda's student, Vinod Vetri Iyer from Chennai, India, wishing you and all your family members a very, very auspicious and blessed Navaratri. I wanted to share a few thoughts that came into my mind when I thought about the word Navaratri. It reminded me of a few teachings that I have learned from my dear Guru. One of the points that came to my mind was I thought about a very, very important shloka in the Bhagavad Gita. In chapter 5 of the Bhagavad Gita, it says, Navadvare pure dehi naiva kurvan nakarayan sarva karmani manasa sanyasyaste sukham vashi navadvare pure dehi naiva kurvan nakarayan. So I was reflecting on the Navadvara aspect of this shloka of the Bhagavad Gita. Most of our Puratana temples, the temple that comes mainly to my mind is the temple at Tiruvannamalai of the great Arunachaleshwara, in which the 9 dwaras, the Navadvaras, are so beautifully depicted. And the dwaras lead the devotee to the Lord or the goddess in this case, in the case of Navaratri. It leads us to the Lord, the sanctum sanctorum in the temple. Similarly, each of our bodies is made up of these Navadvaras, and inside this body temple resides Paramatma. So each of these dwaras actually lead us to Amba, Shakti, the Paramatma inside us. So Navaratri reminded me of these Navadvaras through which we travel inward to our final destination. Then Navaratri also reminded me of the Navavidha Bhakti a very, very profound way of expressing our love and devotion to God or Goddess. The Navavidha Bhakti is enlisted as follows: Shravanam, listening to the names and stories about God or Goddess; Kirtanam, chanting or singing about God or Goddess; Smaranam, remembering God or Goddess all through the day, throughout our activities; Pada Sevanam, serving God willingly; Archanam, worshipping the Goddess; Vandanam, praising God selflessly and with total submission; Dasyam, serving God like a servant would serve his master, his or her master; Sakhyam, developing a friendship with our Ishtadevata, God or Goddess, as the case may be. And then finally, Atma Nivedanam, surrendering oneself to God or Goddess at the highest level to become aware of the Advaita Siddhi, Jivatma Paramatma Aikyam. So, this is another aspect that Navaratri reminded me of. And of course, the word Nava in Navaratri triggered another significant thought in my mind about the Navamaha Adhyayaha of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, more especially Shloka 22, which occurs more or less at the very center of the Bhagavad Gita and contains in it the central teaching of the Bhagavad Gita too. And that famous verse is, as all of us must have definitely heard, Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Ye Janah Paryupasate Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. Ananya Bhakti is what Krishna teaches us in this verse, and the reward of Ananya Bhakti in the mind of the Bhakta. So, the Bhakti is rewarded by gods or goddesses protection by means of taking care of our yoga and kshema. So, our bhakti must lead us to a mindset of total surrender. So, let us rededicate ourselves this Navaratri, remembering the very composition of our own bodies, which is supposed to be a temple by itself in which resides in all our bodies Paramatma himself, then let us recall the Navavidha Bhakti and, of course, this famous verse from the Bhagavad Gita and re energize ourselves, our lives this Navaratri, which will aid our spiritual growth and catalyze and catapult us to the recognizing of the Siddha Vastu, which all we need to do is to discover within ourselves. Wishing you all a very, very happy Navaratri once again. Hari Om. ॐ दुर्जनः सज्जनो भूयात् सज्जनः शान्तिमाप्नुयात् शान्तो मुच्येत बन्धेभ्यः मुक्तश्चान्यान् विमोचयेत् सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ